My own business that is doing pretty good. It's a restaurant though, so I'm fat now. Now I drift like a manatee. My parents signed the permission slip to play the violin when I was in 4th grade. Now I'm almost 30 and a professional musician. Born. Lived in a larger size city until almost high school. Moved to small hick town. Did some stupid hillbilly shit for a few years. Met high school sweetheart. Did poor in school at this point. Graduated. We broke up. Drunken breakup 6 led to a child with her. Got back together. Started career. Child's mother broke up with me permanently. Career took a dump on my face. Started new career. Got full custody of child. Here I am today. Bought a liquor store. Walgreens ran me out of business. My girl dumped me. So I sold it. Took what little money I had and I threw in on some food trucks with a couple guys and went down to the Texas oil fields. I fed oil rig workers. My business partner with the food trucks was a lazy ass. A truck driver I knew won $1 million in the lottery, so him and I bought 2 semi-trucks and ran freight for the oil fields and cross country. My new business partner wouldn't stop doing blow and kept disappearing for weeks on end. So I left him and decided to take a break and bartend in Florida for a while. Got offered a job being a packaging equipment salesman by a customer at my bar. Now I live in paradise. Make good money. Have an awesome life. Love my job and have great opportunities opening up. And best of all, I shit you not, my ex-girlfriend is taking me back. It's all true. I documented it all on Facebook. Lol. Parents left their teenagers in Poland and went to Munich to party. Had unprotected sex. Was born. 2 years later mom was helping friend fill out visa lottery in English. Filled one out for sheets and giggles. Ended up winning. Moved to USA. Mom was emotionally unstable and controlling. Resulted in me being artistic and a computer geek. Made it a life goal to move out at 18 and become happy. Moved to Los Angeles at 18. Still in Los Angeles. Happy. Exactly where I wanted to be at 22. I thank alcohol for my creation. And the lottery for America. Currently 6 months sober. Pretty happy. At a good job. Living with my best friend and paying off debt. Born. Grew up with an alcoholic family member. Started drinking very young, 12. First time went to a bar was at 14. Hit rock bottom with drinking around age 17. Tried to get sober. Started drinking again in college. Drinking escalated after getting raped by an ex-BF. Stopped seeing people. Drank more. Did shitty in school. Met my, now ex, BF right before my 19th birthday. Did better in school. Stopped drinking from 19-22 without going to AA. Broke up with the BF. Started drinking again shortly after moving to Seattle and meeting my most recent ex. Ex and I broke up. Close friend went crazy. Drank to cope. Drank to cope when he died. Drank to cope when 2 other friends died. Hit rock bottom the 9th of March. On the floor of my bathroom. Vomiting. Realized I needed help. Went to an AA meeting. Sponsor came up to me. Been sober ever since. Saved a shit ton of money in just the first month alone. Got my shit together and was recruited for a new job. Took it. Feeling so much better than I did 6.5 months ago. Single. Sober. And way more serene. Spent a whole year unemployed and out of school. Now I have 2 jobs and I am a full-time student because who needs sleep, right? A 5-year relationship ended and decided that there was nothing left for me on the East Coast. Moved to Denver 10 months ago. My best friend followed a few months after that. And it's been the best decision I've made in a long time. And I mean, legally smoking weed I was pretty ducking cool too. Very religious parents. Wild times. Alcoholism. Eloping. Working on sobriety. And a 1-year anniversary next month. Congrats in both the anniversary and the sobriety. You can make it. Man girl. Thanks, and I'm a chick. Turned down football scholarships since my heart wasn't in it anymore. Got accepted to my dream school. Financial aid ended up being short. No longer able to afford my school I chose. Thought about the Air Force. Loved my then girlfriend too much and decided to stay and work for the family business for a year. She broke my heart 2 months ago. Dove back into lifting to clear my mind. 30 pounds lighter as of right now. Going to community college as of right now. Plan to transfer next semester. I'm doing good. 1. Fail barely pass college courses, even those I enjoyed, and dropping out with the intention of not returning. 2. Decide to return to college a year later. 3. Retake class that I had withdrawn from. Get partnered up with a friend of a friend in a behavior lab class. 4. Friend refers me to her boss at the time. 5. Get job in my field, psychology, as a behavior therapist and graduate. 6. Plan to start grad school in the next year. Dropped out of school. Moved for a job. Settled for the first relationship I got into in the new city. Got guilted into marriage. Worked terrible dead-end office job. Divorce wife. Quit job. Aunt dies. Leaving me money to go back to school. Get associates. Lose 40 pounds. Acquire younger hotter awesome girl. Continue on bachelor's degree. Born. Separated from my classes all throughout elementary for being the quiet kid. Developed social anxiety from always being separated from my mates. High school loner. Life mentor second dad dies in Iraq. Best friend is deported. Lived in a rural part of Mexico for a while so I wouldn't become insane. Moved back to the USA and everyone I see is looking down at their phones and on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All ducking day giving me no desire to get to know them. Now I'm increasingly becoming antisocial and realizing how fake most people are. Born. School. More school. Then even more school. Debt. 3 jobs. Move into own apartment. Laid off. Back to school. More debt. Became a nurse. Work and more work and yet. Still. Debt. Hoping I win the lottery soon. Last year. I pulled up to a drive-through window that I had just drove off from. Cashier, what happened? Me, HMM. Well, the best I've been able to put together is that the shortcomings of my early 20s and the string of bad decisions that followed have resulted in my current lot in life. Cashier. Me, you forgot my straw. Born. Parents got divorced before first memory formed. Mum had an affair with dad's best friend. Lived happily and unhappily on and off with mum's new husband for 11 years. He was a bit of tyrant. Sexist. But provided lots of happy memories as well. Mum and stepdad divorced. Mum had an affair with a 21-year-old married father, whom she had met on the internet. Insert arguments. Drummed parents and step-parents. Moving out etc. Mother spent 6 years getting wasted whilst I babysit my brother after school. Mum gets with and gets married to, third marriage, an old family friend. I hate him. Argue. Get verbally abused by him and finally move away to uni. Ex-stepfather dies. Visit my father 3 times a year throughout my life. Meet my so. Struggle to get through uni. Experiment with BDSM. Pass. Now first full-time job. Happy. Live with so. My parents were on vacation in Greece. They didn't have a lot of money back then so they had to find cheap ways to entertain themselves. Some 9 months later I was blinded by light and some moron slapped my ass. Worked for my dad's company over high school summers. Absolutely hated it. Realized if I didn't get a degree, I'd end up working owning it and hating my life forever. Went to university for an engineering degree. Worked hard. And am writing this from my desk at the engineering internship I got in April. Before I return for my senior year next September. Looks like I'm on track to be a computer hardware engineer. And do what I love, tinker with electronics. And not take over the family business. Suck it, dad. But not really. Cause you're a great guy and were a fantastic father. And work harder than anyone I know. I just hate your line of work. Met a guy online in a different city. Loved the place so much I went to university there. Moved to another city after uni with another boyfriend who got a job there. Got a serious chronic illness. Lost my job because of it. Got suicidally depressed. Decided to retrain then emigrate to make my life worth living again. Met the love of my life while retraining in the city I moved to with my now ex. We emigrated together. I'm happy as Larry Colon. Bullying in middle school led to choosing to be mute. This led to me being a social outcast in high school. Then someone exploits my insecurities to sexually abuse me, leading into a severe social anxiety for years. Drop out of high school. Slowly recover over a few years until I'm brave enough to get and go to college. Make wonderful friends that support me and help me find confidence again. With new confidence. Meet an incredible girl who is now my love mistress. I'm pretty happy with my life currently. Well, when I was in elementary school I joined a karate class and stuck with it till 8th grade. I ended up making a friend who introduced me to another guy who I became friends with. And that guy introduced me to another guy that became my friend. And he introduced me to my current best friends. The ironic part is that I'm not really friends with the first two friends anymore. In West Philadelphia. Born and raised. On the playground is where I spend most of my days. Chillin' out. Maxin'. Relics and all cool. And all shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared. And said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air." Born. Dad died when I was 4. Mom remarried a really cool American guy. Moved to the US. Went to school and stuff. Lots of sports and partying. Joined the army and flew helicopters for a while. Visited very sandy, hot places. Got married to hot German woman I met while working part-time at a restaurant. Got my MBA in CPA. Got hired by an accounting firm. Hot German wife is pregnant. Will be a father in February. Currently scared itless.